Hello everybody! Welcome back to my live arena portion of my channel, where I play live arena, and that's about it. I'm coming at you earlier than usual today, because I'm alone tonight. Usually I spend the evening vegging out in front of the TV set with my girlfriend, but she's got to be with her moms, so I'm here all alone. And when you can't be with the one you love the one you're with. And I love you, oh Henry. This has to be my favorite thing, I swear to God. This is my greatest weakness. If I see an O. Henry bar, I just have to eat it. It doesn't matter that I worked super hard to lose 50 pounds. I want an O. Henry bar. Also, I'm starting with Duchess. I apologize if the crunching is louder than I intend. I can kind of turn this up a little. So clearly they want to go quickly. So I want to be sturdy, as usual. So I'm going to go for UDK, Python, Duchess. Speaking of the ones I love, I really love Duchess. She's been good to me. Python too. And the last one, I wondered if maybe they're a match made in heaven. You've also got UDK and Helicath. They go so well together, maybe they should be a married couple. Maybe we should start pairing off everybody in Raid Shadow Legends. Who would you want to be married to? And of all the characters in Raid Shadow Legends, who would you pick as your spouse? Doesn't even have to be humanoid. Just who do you think's the greatest champion? Who would you want to be married to? For me, I'm pretty sure the one I'd want to be married to is Dragon. Nobody fucks with you when you're married to a dragon. So we're dealing with Tormund. I definitely want Rhodos for this. I'm a little bit worried not having enough cleanse, but you know what? Let's bring more damage. I'm going to try Helicath. I think this could be alright. We could also bring Sun Wukong. I have to decide like right now. I'm into it. Let's bring Sun Wukong. Right in the nick of time. So here's what I'm thinking. I don't want him stripping my buffs. This means I am going to be vulnerable to bombs. Kind of at the mercy of what happens here, but I'm okay taking that risk. So let's start with the resist. I just got enough stone skin pieces that I can switch up the gear of my Mithrala. I've been talking about that for a while. Haven't got around to it, of course. Also, just did a classic arena fight where I got my ass handed to me by a Rhodos in Swift Parry. And I just had one of those kind of moments, like, I gotta put my Rhodos in Swift Parry. I just absolutely love that. It was the most infuriating thing. Thinking that I was being smart and getting a double shot off on Rhodos, only to have him still survive with Swift Parry, and then just make a massive comeback and murder my party. It was really something to behold. I was truly inspired. Why did you give up? Lord of Imps. Overlord of Imps. I guess we'll never know. I mean, he had bombs on both my... Oh, you know what? They both had 2 turns left. That's why. Pythion was just going to cleanse it off. For a second there, I was looking at them thinking, I guess they're going to die. But, of course, Pythion has a cleanse. This is why I like Pythion. He's my dude. Ice the Brave. So, it occurs to me I have no idea how loud this crunching is, so if it's really annoying, I will never do this again, I promise. But I really had to have this tonight. I needed it. Maybe I'll just go with Sun Wukong. Actually, I can look at the microphone and see if it gets all like the sound bar in the recording thing. Doesn't matter, you don't care. Harima makes me think I probably want bombs. I'm actually going to do this. I haven't gone for this paradigm in a while, and I like it. So we'll go for these 2. And I'll just prepare to bring my bomb team. What I've come to realize is that the bomb team is not particularly versatile, so it can get frozen out really easily. And it's always kind of a shame when that happens. So there's a cleanser. That's something to watch out for. But I'm going to still do it. Where's Gaius? There he is. I mean, I even condensed my team. It really shouldn't be too hard for me to find everybody. I want to make sure even Rhodos made it onto the list. I even wanted Fenax to be on the list, and he's just off it. All right. So here's what I'm thinking. We get rid of the cleanser. Because if he can't cleanse, and he can't place block debuffs, he can't stop me from bombing him out. Unless he outright kills me, which, you know, I wouldn't put it past Ice the Brave. I have no idea how good this guy is. I've never seen him before. Unless you can prove me wrong. You're like, actually, Gavin, on December the 4th, you fought Ice the Brave. Because I have an eidetic memory. To which I say, that's amazing. And I'll probably just quiz you on all kinds of stuff. Hey, maybe you can even co-host my show, because I can never remember anything. You could remember stuff for me. So, I'll go for... Actually, I kind of want to go for this, just to reduce the damage coming from her, just in case. I'm not really worried about anybody's passive. Well, except maybe his. Anyway, good game, Ice the Brave. It's always nice when I see a Harima and then I have an actual way to defeat her, because, man, Harima is such a headache. #1 champ that I want, because sometimes I just kind of want to be able to pick the champion I don't have to deal with. But Rhodos is actually probably one of the 5, so maybe I can't complain. Like, if I were to pick the 5 champions that I absolutely just don't want to deal with in Arena, they'd be Taras, Marichka, obviously, Warlord, Yumeko. That's another pair. Yeah, let's bring these 2. And then #5 would probably be Harima. #6 might be Rhodos then. There's also Kaimar, there's also Sun Wukong. There's also Uko. They can all cause all kinds of problems. I've been in touch with my deputy, Mr. B, Mr. Burrito. We want to do a collab. So looking forward to that. It's just the seed of an idea right now, but we're talking. We've got homework. We need to come up with a list, just a list of things to talk about. We'll just say it's a list. We're comparing things on a list. Maybe that's too vague. It's about Cintranos. So we'll go with that. So I want UDK just because he helps block Rhodos. This guy's a pretty good response to Warlord usually. In case I need to leave Warlord in. I'd also kind of like to make sure we have this guy now. So my last dude is going to need to be a nuker. Maybe I'll go with Candy. That makes sense. That should actually be the title of maybe the title of my video, because I really do want Candy tonight, apparently. That's what I'm going to do. You just witnessed the birth of an idea. Lucky you. I think part of what I like about these is they're so crunchy. You know, I feel like I'm eating real food. You can actually still find peanuts. Something that grows in nature in your candy bar. Can't say that about a Mars bar. Or a Big Turk. Or a Butterfinger. So, I want candy. I'm worried about this guy. I'm also worried about Warlord. Honestly, this team is incredibly annoying. Man, I am still going to ban the Warlord. So he's banning the UDK. No surprise there. Maybe I'll go for the speed just to make sure I'm not so horribly outclassed. But I don't know. I have such a bad feeling about this. I mean, just about everything on that team creates problems for me. You have Rhodos, who can ignore unkillable, gain momentum as he starts knocking down champions. You have Volcanon, who can just outright kill them. I really want to build my Volcanon. So I keep saying, right? It's the problem with this game. It takes so long to make everything. Just so you can get to the point where you can play with your champions. How many hours does it take to build one champion? If you count making all of the food, getting the masteries, it's a lot, Larium. You're going to do us a favor, help us streamline some of this stuff. So I guess my win condition really, oh my goodness, is Sun Wukong. So next time he gets back up, I probably want to use his AoE. In the meantime, I guess I better get my allies up. Okay. Let's just do. Well, come on. Okay, you know what, AI? You make it. You make the judgment call. Obviously, it wanted to. That means Rhodos gets a free turn. Well, she can only A1. And do I want to cleanse? All right. Let's do it this way. Good luck, Rhodos. Let's see if you can kill all 4 of my people. I know it's even within the realm of possible. So I'm still kind of holding my breath here. All right. So he's holding on. No, he's not. Well, good game. Hee hee. Haha. Whatever your name was. I feel bad that I can't pronounce everybody's name. It is not my fault that like literally every language around the world just sort of is in this game. Maybe I need an AI assistant. Hey, it's Loki7. I have played you multiple times before, Loki7. What you got for me today? Sun Wukong. Alright. So I'll bring... Maybe I want to try to go with a speed build this time. Try to go first. I don't know. Sure. I'm going to try to go first. I'll bring these 2 because they're both fast. She's actually fast and tough. They seem redundant. And because they seem redundant, I'm sort of hoping that Loki doesn't ban either of them. So maybe I'll go for Fenax just because I can use him to kill stuff. Maybe I want candy. That means I get to have a bite of my candy bar. They're all done. I'm going to go with a bomber. So he might predict this. He might not predict this. But I'm getting rid of Siffy. You're letting me go first. Wow. That's brave, Loki. So I will absolutely take the speed. Do I even need the speed? I mean, I'm probably going to go first anyway. I'm actually thinking maybe I want the attack. So he's got 33. Yeah, that's the better one. Let's take the attack. So he's taking the speed. Hopefully I'm not wrong about this. So I don't know, I'm cutting it close here. I think we cut it maybe a little too close. But I do get to bring out my bombs. Alright, let's tune them down a little. That gets rid of some of this. After that, I don't know. Now I really just need to get rid of that ultimate Death Knight. That is maybe easier said than done. Ooh, ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Youch. Wow, Loki 7. Good game. Defeated by the meteorite. Oh, it's Loki 7 again. Sun Wukong again? Who is a good response to Sun Wukong? I mean, I almost want to bring the same team again. Just in case. But you know what? I'm going to bring Ultimate Death Knight. Maybe I'll still bring Duchess. And I think I can count on him to still ban the Duchess. But who are you going to bring instead of UDK? That is what I would like to know. Yuko and Arbiter. Cool. So let's bring Rhodos. I may still try a bomber in the last slot, but I'm going to hold that thought. Who else do I really want here? I might even want Helicath. Still kind of a problem, because he's still got 2 different strip champions. That is always really awkward to deal with. I'm wondering if I want Mika. Anyway, we're almost out of time. I still need a nuker, so I could go for Candy. I could go for a bomber. So that's what I'm thinking. It's all going to come down to who these last 2 are. But if I could get my Rhodos into Swift Parry, he'd be a lot more sturdy. Oh, and I can't have Candy. Well played. So I want a bomber. Maybe I'll get rid of Sun Wukong then. Yeah, I'm going to bring the Rat King. I'm going to ban the Monkey King. I want to guess he's going to ban Duchess again. Nope, he's banning UDK. I'm okay with this plan. This could work out for us. I'll take the accuracy just to make sure. We're still kind of at the mercy of that Uko. But I'm not particularly worried about Hegemon, because I'm behind a lot of Stone Skin, the only guy he can really hit. He might end up giving him a free turn. All right, so it is going to be a little bit more challenging to get things going. Little bit. But here we go. So I think his Hegemon still has his AoE. Maybe I was wrong about that. Let's get the Veil going then. Okay. So I'll take the free turn to maybe take out oh, I'm not sure. Here, I'm going to try to take out him. Maybe I will go for the... I was thinking about the ally attack. Oh, and the AI has made the decision for me again. And it looks like that was probably the wrong decision anyway. Dang it. So Uko's probably going to revive his friend. No, I guess he doesn't have his revive. Or maybe he just wants to save it for Arbiter, since she gets more turn meter boost anyway. So let's see, I get a free turn. Let's knock down him again, if we can. I get an extra turn. Where'd my extra turn go? Huh? That was weird. It did say I got an extra turn, right? Where did it go? When I review this video, I'm going to try to figure that out. Oh, this guy is doing serious damage. That does not feel good. I do not like being slapped around by Candy. I wanted Candy, Loki. Well, we can see why he wanted Candy. Candy's a really good champion. Alright, well, this is my last chance at revives, I think. Now, this is my very last chance at doing much of anything. Well, we'll go through Arbiter. I don't think we're going to get very far, though. No, that's it. Ah, good game, Loki. It is always a challenge playing you. I don't know if I've ever beat you. I'll get you one of these days. You'll see. It'll be great. All right, let's start with Sun Wukong. One less problem for me to deal with. Okay. I'll take Duchess and Pythion. Here I'm doubling down on all the revives, kind of banking him on him not having multiple block revive champs. Watch him pull a more too macabre. I think I've also fought Seagat before. It's interesting, because I keep playing at different time slots, but seeing the same people anyway. It's like they're following me. My question is, how do they know? So let's take UDK, let's take Rhodos. Unless I really want Candy. Maybe I do want Candy. I don't know. I definitely want to not have to deal with UDK. So I think we have to go this way, even if I want candy. So he's going for the bomber. Okay, so be it. So I'm going to get rid of him. I'm losing Duchess. Do I want to go for the resist? I think I want the resist. I think really if there's anything that gives me a chance at all, it's going to be having enough resist to not get bombed out. Maybe he'll still be able to take out Rhodos. Maybe they'll manage to catch Pythion. Sun Wukong will bounce back like a bad check. Youch. That is an accurate Rat King. How much accuracy does this Rat King have? It's got to be a lot. Well, that was something. Man. My UDK, it's been a while since I looked at his stats. If I remember, we'll look at his stats at the end. With Pythion's aura, he's got an extra 60 resist on top of what he's got, which I think has to already be damn near 700. So that was an accurate Rat King, and yet still had enough power to just completely blow up my team. So those are some good stats. I think it's kind of a shame that after a fight, you can't examine the builds of your opponent. I think that'd be a nice feature if you could really break it down and see why you lost, rather than it just being this mystery. Like, oh, I fought this guy, I thought I made all the right decisions, and then I just blew up. But the reason is he had better champions and better gear than you. Well, there's that name I can't pronounce again. That's interesting. Fighting the same guy in the same night, but at not a contiguous time. So let's try these two. At this point, I already don't remember who he picked last time, so he's probably going to pick the same people he picked the first time. And then I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember you. Except I don't, because I feel like this is like half the players in the tier. Let's have Candy and Ultimate Death Knight. The idea being my last champion will either be Rhodos or Helicath, depending on which way the wind takes me. Probably Rhodos. Well, not Rhodos. So, okay, I remember you now. Okay. So here's my idea. I'm going to bring a bomber. I'm going to get rid of Warlord. If he lets me keep the bomber, it's going to come down to a 50-50 of can he strip the bomber and then knock him out. And he's letting me keep the bomber. Interesting choice. Is the resist going to help us? Unclear. Is the defense going to help us? Hard to say. On a whim, I'm going to say the resist. I think I can beat him with Gaius. Gaius just has to not die. That's the trick. So what are you going to do? You going to kill your own Sun Wukong? That's what he did last time, right? I think that's the idea. It kind of makes them a neat partnership. Why are you killing your own Rotos? That seems like a... Maybe so he could get a double turn meter boost, so he could revive him, but he could have done that with Sun Wukong too. I'm a little bit baffled by that move, honestly. That strikes me as just a strange idea. Do you guys think that was a good idea? Why did he do that? Well, I'm going to aim for Arbiter for now. This Arbiter is worrying me. All right. Can't quite get enough damage out on her, though. It's very frustrating. All right, so she's gone. He's gone. I don't think Sun Wukong can really quite one-shot my team. It just doesn't seem like something he can do as long as UDK's in the field. So, good game, you again. You seem to always give me a run for my money. Blender 87. I will laugh if this guy tries to use the Blender comp. Come to think of it, I've often thought of trying to use the Blender comp. Should I try to use the Blender comp on the Blender? That would be pretty funny. Could totally do it. I'm going to start with Mika. Let's see what he picks. So he's got Sun Wukong. Let's go for... Skull Crown. Where are you, Skull Crown? There you are. So we can try Skull Crown. And we will try... I want to try the Fat Man. Who else do I want to try? I think I want to try Mighty Uko. Who, come to think of it, is in my normal pool of champions to choose. And we want to make sure we have Farrakhan the Fat and Sinesha. So this is basically just me being kind of a troll because he's calling himself Blender. So I'm gonna try the blender. Why not, right? So I've got two ally attackers, two that kind of do the ally attack damage, and he throws in a lot of debuffs. So this might work. So let me think. I bet she's the fastest. So if I take her off the team, I then have the opportunity to maybe go first. So I'll take the speed 20% aura. I didn't necessarily come prepared to do this comp. That's my disclaimer. So don't expect high things of it, but it'll be kind of amazing if it works. And I do get to go first. Neat. So let's aim for him. I suppose it doesn't matter. Most of my champions are using AoEs anyway. And we can use another ally attack. Look at that. Blender, you have been blendered. Should I feel bad about that? That was kind of fun. Maybe I should look for opportunities to use the blender more often. Okay, let's start with the Monkey King. Um, hmm. Let's take these two. Okay. So he's got to have frac. Man, if I had a Harima, she'd be a great response to this. Sadly, I don't. Well, let's bring in Rhodos. And perhaps Candrafon? I don't know. I feel like there's not enough support if I do it that way. Maybe I want Mithrala. Maybe that's the key. Maybe I even want Helikath. On a whim, I'm going to do that. I think maybe it's the time to pull out my Helikath comp. So let's get rid of Kymar. We are dealing with the double revivers. He's getting rid of Helikath. It's smart because now I can't lean on the I can't lean on the defense as much as I wanted to, but I can still take the defense aura. Maybe my front line will be tough enough to hold. Also, in going through my my various champs in Classic Arena. The way Rhonda works, she goes very, very well with a partner that's got bolster. So I do try to pair her with Pythion as much as possible. Okay. Do I want this now? Probably. It offers a little bit of damage reduction. I'm not particularly worried about that much debuffs coming from the enemy, though. Alright, so he's kind of burning a turn. I'll get an increased defense up. I think I get to attack after Duchess does whatever she does. So, do I want to just go for her? Oh, yeah. Oh, you are in a lot of trouble, aren't you? Of course, we might be too. But let's see. Let's put up a shield with some healing. We could get a strengthen up. So it's now or never. This is where you do your big attack. So good game, Rigu. Last game. Last game of the night. And then we'll have a look at my ultimate Death Knight. That's what I said, right? Adam Mosey. Mosey on down, Adam. So we got a Duchess again. Maybe I want Pythion just to balance things out a little. Let's take ultimate Death Knight. He's bringing Kymar, he's bringing Baron. So let's get Sun Wukong in here. Let's get Mithrala in here again. And that leaves me with my final pick being, well, it's not going to be Candy. So do I want Helikath or Rhodos? Maybe I'll go for Rhodos. I'm not sure, because you know what? If I take Helikath and I get rid of Baron, we could maybe get somewhere. Unless he bans Helikath, which he might. But then we'll just use Sun Wukong. Except he banned Sun Wukong, so we're using Helikath. Fair enough, my friend. So I'll take the... I might even go for the resist. Or should I just go for the defense? Let's go for the defense. I don't see any defense erosion in the auras either. I really do need to pay more attention to the blessings. I said auras, I meant blessings. So, looks like maybe the resist aura is paying off. Not sure. Because I think my Pythion probably has around the same resistance as Helikath. Oof. I'm already losing my Reviver. That is nasty. I am not giving up just because I lost Pythion. So we pretty much have to go gung-ho after Duchess. At least I don't have to worry about the block revive shenanigans. I can't screw that up. Do I want... Yeah, I'll use the cleanse now. Fine. Yeah. Do I use this immediately, or do I wait a turn? Let's wait. I think she's going to want to use her revive now anyway. Or she's going to want to wait. But either way, I can use the AoE right after. Bonk. Kerplunk. Feeling better and better about this position all the time. Good game, Adam Ozzy. So, how'd we do today? 4 wins plus 3 losses plus 3 wins. Hey, look at that. 7 wins. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Oh, we've even got a thing. Because I'm up at 3,400. Right on. So, leaderboards, 1798. That's close to where we usually are. So, let's have a look at... all this stuff. Will you pardon me for just a moment? It is a Sisyphean task, this game. It never ends. Oh, come on, game. I just want to show everybody the Ultimate Death Knight. And then I want to get started on my Centranos video. So, in the champions, we go to UDK. So, this is the gearing. I got the Frostbite set on him. I feel like it didn't kick in a lot this time, but when it does, it's great. His speed is, of course, as low as possible. And these are the total stats. So, 668 resistance plus 60, that would have been 728 resistance. So, that was a hell of a Rat King. And these are the masteries. Anyway, I love his animations. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. As usual, take care of yourselves. See you on the next video.